2000s commercial were peak television. I agree. I just don't know about American commercials, but like the commercials here in Chile were actually pretty good. They're really funny. If you heard about Cerveza Cristal that came from here. But it's by Dream Jelly. So, for those who don't know and are here for the first time, hi, my name is Lunaria and a pink cougar VTuber. Nice to meet you. So, I'm highly interested. Dream Jelly is one of my favorite content creators out there. So, let's see what she's got for us here. Ooh!
In 1949, this guy put a bunch of food into a blender on TV for 30 minutes straight. Really, it was just a half hour of blending random stuff.
I'm going to put in this wonderful carrot, raisins, peanuts, a little pineapple juice, 1 pint of celery juice. There's the seed, the skin of the potato. Mother. So we're going to crack this egg. So throw in the shell and all. Ah, delicious.
Old W.G. Bernard here wasn't just blending things for fun, though. This was the very first filmed for TV infomercial, combining the words information and commercial to make an exhaustively informative advertisement.
Whoa.
Early infomercials popularized the premise of pitchmen, who try their best to sell things with convincing promises and slogans, like the classic, "But wait, there's more," or implying that if you don't use their blenders, you will fail at life and/or simply pass away.
You're a miserable failure. You'll lose your job, you'll lose your income, and you'll lose your life.
Basically, pitchmen just yap at you until you cave and buy something. But weirdly,
oh my God,
this strategy worked, and infomercials have stuck around ever since the 40s. Over the years, the format has evolved into a dedicated as-seen-on-TV genre with a typical style, featuring a novelty product that's named something like Perfect This or Magic That, and going on and on about how it'll change your life or fix some problem you didn't even know you had.
Boiled eggs, too hard. Eggs, pot of water. What a mess. This, boiled eggs, perfect. Eggs, egg salad, but wait.
Eggs.
Genie, order now.
The 80s and 90s delivered some of the most well-known infomercial products out there, like the Clapper.
Oh, the Clapper! The classic, the classic, I think my label's broken.
Foreman Grill, or the Chia Pet. And Watch Mojo or BuzzFeed or any other listicle maker out there love to mention these same
Chia Pets are so good,
over
though.
and over, because sure, they are iconic. But you know what's often missing from these iconic super epicest infomercials of all time lists? 2000s infomercials. Yeah, everyone loves the little Chia Pet jingle, but you're gonna sit here and tell me that Shirley Temple singing "Animal crackers in my soup" isn't a pillar of American pop culture? Most people probably have never even seen a Shirley Temple production, but they have seen the infomercial for her DVD box set that
I've never heard of her.
Recently. The mid to late 2000s revamped the entire genre with new quirks and conventions that made it kind of entertaining to be advertised to. Especially at 3 in the morning, when between episodes of George Lopez on Nick at Night, you could watch oiled up men vigorously use a shake weight, or an old guy pee into a golf club.
When you really have to go, it appears to everyone that you're just checking out your club. At first it seems comical.
I thought this was a family channel.
That was really a thing? You can piss on the fucking golf club? What? Was that really a product? Oh my God.
Products got wackier, the pitches got more intense, and the black and white rage bait footage of idiots failing very simple tasks was more exaggerated than ever. It was fun. The ads also got shorter, choppier, and appealed to urgency. 30 seconds instead of 30 minutes. There's no time for some guy to stand around improving about his blender anymore. Someone has fallen and they can't get up. Blending lots and lots of fruits, who cares? Now it's lots and lots of jets and planes, and you gotta call now. Even when you weren't watching TV, you could get even more infomercial content on YouTube, which was ripe with parodies. The format was just so silly and easy to imitate and resulted in some of the earliest viral videos. I don't know about you guys, but Ryan Higa, especially Big Bouncing Inflatable Green Ball and How to Be Ninja, genuinely changed my brain chemistry. I don't say that lightly. It's not just that I'm nostalgic, even
That's
though
old
I
as
very
fuck.
clearly am. The 2008 financial crisis led to stations airing more infomercials because it was cheaper, especially in the US, which led to more infomercials being produced than ever before. It was literally the
Did that
era
fucking strap
of
ever work?
infomercials. Since there were so many, it's impossible to mention them all, but I'd like to make an iconic super epicest infomercials of all time list of my own. To touch on some of the classics, the undermentioned bangers, and the pitchmen at the forefront of it all. I was a kid throughout the 2000s and mainly watched children's or family-friendly channels, so
Me
a lot
too.
of the infomercials that take up space in
I'm
my
not American,
brain
though.
are ads for toys. And starting off strong, what's cooler than a toy that defies gravity?
Are you ready to catch one of the hottest toys in America?
Oh, the plate!
Hover disc. This gravity-defying sock.
The helium plate!
Cool. You've never seen anything fly like a hover disc.
The hover disc was touted as a flying, hovering, gravity-defying disc of the future. And the fun doesn't stop there. One of my favorite parts of any infomercial is when they start listing random words or situations to make it seem like their product has tons of uses beyond
There's
its
so many
basic
uses for
function.
this balloon.
Hover disc, for example, you can
Yeah, I remember seeing this.
it, bank it, fly it, push it, toss it, tap it.
Bop it.
Sure, half of those are synonyms, but that doesn't mean they're lying. They are definitely stretching the truth when it comes to the defying gravity claim, though. As a
No,
kid,
it's just
I really
helium.
thought that this was some magic and or futuristic toy that would fly around on its own, but there's clear text on screen that mentions you need to fill the thing with helium, which does all of the work. Despite all its claims, it seems all the hover
Did it
disc
come with
really
helium?
did was sort of float and take a bit longer to reach the ground than, say, a normal frisbee. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
that different from the sad, half-deflated helium balloon you'd keep from your birthday party and refuse to throw away. Just more conveniently disc-shaped and overpriced. But I can't be too adult-minded and cynical about it. It does still look like it'd be really fun to play with, so I'm willing to let the whole lying about the flying thing slide. Speaking of lying, though, I learned a hard lesson in Don't Believe Everything You See on TV through a different infomercial for a little toy called Squirmals. I say little because look at him, he is little. Just a small guy with fur and eyes and
The
He's a
worm on a
performer. He's
string!
amazing. He's your furry little friend. Squirmal is none of those things. Squirmal is a lie. The whole premise of this worm is that it's a crazy little critter that moves around, wiggles,
Wait, don't tell me
jumps,
she
flips,
believed
and
it was
does any
real.
Other trick like magic. It's literally called the
Don't tell me
magical
she
pet.
believed it was a
Okay,
real
this wasn't
thing.
just my young naivety blinding me to the truth. So imagine my dismay,
No.
my utter shock when I see
No.
the seen on TV magic worm at the store, excited.
Oh, that's so sad.
Come face to face with a limp and lifeless worm. With a string on its nose. At no point do they mention in this ad or anywhere on its packaging that it's not magic and will
No,
not
that's
move
a
on its own
whimsy
unless
killer.
you use sleight of hand to pull it by its invisible string. And by visible, of course, I mean completely visible. Especially if you're 9 years old, have no idea what you're doing, and are wrought with betrayal. The only thing that alludes to it not working as advertised is the few times they mention learning the secret to
The
Squirmals.
secret
It's
to
as
the
awesome
fucking
magic.
worm on a
It works in
string.
secret. And nope, it's not static.
I just thought they meant like you gotta learn how to wrangle them. I didn't think
You
it was
gotta
an
learn
actual
how to
secret,
fucking
and that
train
the
your
secret
worm.
was that it's all a lie. I know it sounds dumb that I expected it to be alive or something, but I thought it might
Yeah.
be like a sea monkeys thing where it'll come to life after you activate it.
I
or
actually
it
dead
was
ass
just a
like
toy,
sea
but it was
monkeys.
badly
I
operated
honestly
or
want to have like a sea
something
monkey's
other
fucking
than
tank.
String, but
They're very
it's
interesting
Squirmals, I
crustacean
guess.
creatures. Were they
I'm playing it up a
crustaceans?
little, but this
Correct me,
actually
please.
still frustrates me so much. It also doesn't help that these things
Aw.
have come to colloquially be called worm on a string
worm
in
on a
recent years,
string.
as if just to taunt me. I can't be the only kid they tricked, though. Please, if you or a loved one have been affected by squirmal trauma, just let me know that I'm not
Squirmal
alone.
trauma.
And speaking of lying, again, kinda, another infomercial toy claimed to float and defy gravity. But this
Oh, the ball!
disc shaped.
What's the name of this one?
Ball shaped because it
Fushigi
was
ball!
and that's it.
It's here. It's wild.
I remember Fushigi ball!
Fushigi!
Fushigi was a toy that came on strong and made a lot of bold claims. In addition to defying
It was so
gravity
hard to
and
get it
floating,
working!
also levitates. Gotta love those synonyms. And confuses the senses with its mind-blowing movements with no strings and no tricks.
Listen, at least this toy's actually taught
Another
you a party
cool one,
trick.
though. They also imply that it's magic,
The magic gravity ball.
Magic? Maybe.
but then backtrack like
Maybe.
10 seconds later
And you don't have to be a magician. An illusion? You decide.
so that you're confused as to what Fushigi
Those are,
even
that's
is
actually
or
so
what it
hard to get
does.
going though. I've tried doing the ball thingy. It's like a kind of juggling, but it's
Because
really
what
hard.
it actually does is nothing, on its own, at least. Fushigi is a ball made for contact juggling, and you don't need a Fushigi branded ball
Contact juggling
to
is so
contact juggle,
cool.
but you do need years of practice to master it, which is the exact opposite of what Fushigi claims many times over in the ad.
Young or old, big or small, anyone can Fushigi.
Big or
From
small.
the minute they pick up the magic gravity ball. You can do this. Mystify, amaze, and confuse your
The
friends.
giant fucking terms
Are
of
well
like
practiced,
conditions
a
down
typical
there.
Acrylic ball can really look like it's floating, but it comes from a learned skill, not a $20 infomercial product. Curtis Connor
Yeah.
has a video exploring more of the lies of Fushigi, and this comment on that video from an actual contact juggler sums up its misleading advertising and further
Yeah, that's
controversy.
misleading as fuck.
Okay, I swear that's it for infomercials that lie, for now. They're not exactly known for being
That is
overtly
a
honest or reliable. But
Huge
how about
comment.
something more fun, with fun in the name? And it can...
Trains?
Did you hear that? It sounded vaguely locomotive. What? Okay, that was weird. But, anyway, back to fun slides. The indoor carpet skates that glide, slide, ride, and
I've
cruise.
never seen this
And
one, but
yes,
it looks
those are all
like terrifyingly
definitely
dangerous.
different activities.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to ride. Now wherever there's carpet, blast off with fun slides.
This ad
This
shows
looks so
kids
dangerous!
sliding around down carpet ramps, across this little grind rail,
Whoa!
playing games and dancing. And I have to say, it does look really fun and like it probably worked as advertised. But I think
Yeah.
the real question
I
for
don't
this
think you can,
one
like,
isn't
fake
does it
advertise this
actually
one.
work, and is instead, is this safe? The information
is
does suggest
hazard!
that this might be a bit of a hazardous activity,
Yeah?
including reminding kids to not try to fun slide down the stairs.
All over, but walk down the stairs.
But overall, this
Yeah,
safety
don't
mentions are
sue me.
brief. There's actually more mention of how it's totally safe for the carpet, so that you don't have to worry about damage to your
Safe
floor.
for the
Otherwise,
carpet,
kids can just keep
not for
on
the
sliding
kids.
around and open empty rooms with no furniture. You know how everyone keeps their house. I get it. It's
You
implied.
can literally just get any
out
hunch of
the
plastic,
way
just
first,
glue it to your
but
fucking
I
toes, and
really
you're
wonder
You're
how
good. You can do
kids
the
were
same.
Too impatient to do that, strapping them on right away and fun sliding right into the coffee table.
Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
They did manage to avoid injury. These still seem like they just wouldn't be very
Oh
practical in most homes that are full of obstacles, but could still be fun and or dangerous in the right environment. But enough of the action and crazy activities. Some kids prefer quieter hobbies, like arts and crafts maybe. And I think no better infomercial craft item represents
Okay.
the 2000s more than
Bend a what? Bend a who? Bend a roofs.
Bendaroos are reusable wax-coated strings.
They were an
described as
Infomercial?
amazing flexible building sticks.
Oh, they're
which
made
lets
of
them do,
wax!
Quote, almost anything.
Oh!
Shape, stick, draw, decorate, build, wrap, bug.
I've never seen
They
these.
do look pretty cool, but do we think they're really that versatile? yes, it is a multi-purpose art medium, and it's great to encourage exploring creativity and using them in different
It's like a way of
But
sculpting.
no, sticking
like Swedish
grooves
sculpting
on a
without the
piece of
pen.
paper doesn't exactly replace the function of crayons. There are
I don't
also
think it
lots of
competes
examples
with
in the ad
crayons.
of Benderoos being used as essentially kid-friendly 3D printing sticks, but
Yeah, that's what I
are
was
they
thinking.
just waxy, glorified pipe cleaners? How practical would these things actually be in constructing a gorilla or giant snake? I can't prove anything.
I'm pretty sure you can do
but
that.
I just have my doubts.
I'm pretty sure you can do them.
Floam is another craft
Floam.
toy with a gimmick that mainly revolves around sticking it on stuff. Well,
Yeah, I've seen
that
Floam. I love
and
Floam.
Rolling, molding, and covering, which are unsurprisingly
I first
all
learned
very
from
similar
Floam.
activities. It comes
Like,
in
it was
two
named like
neon
that
colors
from
and can stick
an
to
ASMR
almost
video.
anything, like
I had no
dollhouses,
idea it was called like that.
cars, pencils, and even the quintessential 2000s Razor scooter. And sure, clay also builds stuff and sticks to anything, but everyone knows that it's messy and hard to start. Whatever that
Hard to
means.
start?
But Floam wasn't just for crafts.
Wait,
It was
why is
also
clay hard to
essentially
start?
advertised as being tactile, squishy, fun you can feel.
Squishy, stretchy, is fun you can feel.
Which
Oh,
in
yeah.
the world before modern day slimes and fidget
It looks
toys
super
made
sensory.
This look so appealing to me. I didn't really care about the decorating part. I just needed to touch it. And
Yeah.
I did get my hands on some Floam when I was a kid, and it was pretty fun to squish. I can't lie to you. Though I remember it drying out pretty quickly, and then it didn't squish no more. Even though that was
Aw,
apparently
yeah, they
by
go
design
dry.
so that you could make your creations permanent, I feel like they need to pick a direction, sculpting or squishing. There were also plenty of craft products in
I
the
mean, you can
category
always
I
get a
call
slime now.
markers, but different. And blow pens.
Oh, I
are
had
a
blow
prime
pens!
Example.
Oh, I
They're
had
technically
these!
just ordinary markers, but with a special.
They're airbrushing, but like
Bullet.
cheap.
They become airbrushes, so you can get light.
Yeah, I had
color.
these.
There
I
were
had
also
so much fun
blending
doing
pens,
these.
which came with a special fusion chamber that let you, well, blend the pens, mixing the ink together to make new colors and gradients. It's an interesting concept for a product because kids already do this all the time with regular markers, just by being careless. But Blendy pens claimed that they would always return
It's a
to
feature.
their original color after
No, they
blending.
didn't.
And of
They
course,
didn't.
who could forget magic pens that changed
Oh,
color
I
or
remember
ways when
these.
activated
I
with
wanted one of
magic
these
pens.
so bad when I was a
Markers,
kid.
but different. It's not that airbrush art and color-changing ink isn't cool, but
I wanted
also
these
so
so
cute.
bad when I was younger.
Normalize just
I
picking
loved
a different
stationery
colored
so much. I
marker.
still do.
I really was impressed by basically every infomercial I ever saw, even when it was something that I had no practical use for, like the
tomato one!
Tomato
I remember that
I don't even
one!
like tomatoes. But surprisingly, I only ever owned one TV exclusive infomercial product for myself, and that was zoo books. Kids often go through really
I've never
strong
seen this
phases
one.
of liking things, which results in your horse girls or Greek mythology buffs, and zoo books were informative magazines marketed towards the animal and zoology kids.
Copyright claim the audio, bruh. Similar level of immersion.
But I was not an animal fanatic. I was a chronically online girly,
Me.
Good day for some mining.
even as a child. I didn't really care about animals unless it was a webkin
She's
and
so
could go
me,
into my
for
computer.
real.
So I have no idea why this was the one infomercial hill I was ready to die on. Well, I say that I don't get it, but come on, look at the commercial.
Now your child can visit steamy jungles, grassy plains, and the dark depths of the ocean.
Their experience. They come with a free tiger poster.
And the tiger poster.
They made learning look cool. So cool that I guess I successfully annoyed my mom enough to buy them for me, and it turns out they were just books with zoo animals in them.
What was she expecting?
Yeah. I did try to read them, or half-heartedly flip through and just look at the pictures, but nonfiction books kind of put me to sleep. I felt guilty for
No.
losing interest as soon as I actually had a zoo book in my hands, but not guilty enough that I didn't just toss them in my closet and forget about it. Except I couldn't forget about it because Zoo Books was a subscription service.
What?
They kept sending more
Bruh.
themed educational literature to my house. And
No.
I had to put on a performance in front of my mom like, wow, the dolphins and porpoises issue. I'm so excited. But
No.
I probably never read a single issue in full. Sorry to my mom, who is watching, and let this be my official review if you were also desperate for Zoo Books as a kid. They were just alright.
They're alright.
I also own a pillow pet, though I
Oh,
often
I've seen
forget that
pillow
they
pets.
started
I love
as
these.
an infomercial product. They apparently infomercialed so well that they were very quickly sold in stores instead of exclusively through TV. So
I
by
fucking love the pillow
2010,
pets.
Everyone I knew had one. I have an older video talking about the concept of stuffed animals that double as pillows that goes into more detail about why these things were so appealing, but honestly, it all comes down to the key infomercial product component, the gimmick. They of course look really cute, but watching these things flip open over and over again is what
it's
really
very
sold it
satisfying.
for me personally.
It's very satisfying.
The pet, just like they say in the jingle. Jingles are also pretty important in making a good infomercial. If you include one, it has to be catchy and memorable, and there's that sound again. But that's not a jingle, it just sounds like a train and chanting. Oh no, it's coming.
Here's how you can order.
This is the infamous Lionel Coin Bank. If you couldn't tell from its very unique intro, that might not technically be a song,
What
but
is
that
this?
definitely still sticks with you. I don't know whose idea it was to have a bunch of kids rhythmically chant the product name in monotone, worshipping the Lionel Coin Bank and urging you to feed it with your coins.
Save your money, save your money.
Or save your money. But,
4 feet is as tall as me!
aside, this was an infomercial that ditched the totally epic voiceover guy trope of other toy ads and took a simpler approach, calmly explaining over rustic country music that it's a collector's piece for train lovers.
Trains harken back to a simpler time in American history, a time of greatness, a time of ingenuity. We'll celebrate those times with the Lionel Train Crossing Bank.
It makes you feel
It's a
nostalgic,
piggy bank?
patriotic, and the kids are chanting again.
It sounds like a cult thing. It's like a cult chant.
Clearly, it got the job done and being remembered even over a decade later, just maybe for the wrong reasons.
Free.
The Betty Crocker Bacon Fill is yet another very iconic infomercial of the 2000s, and it
I've never heard of this
truly
one.
mesmerized me, even more than Zoo Books, honestly. After all, it's
the most exciting thing you can do with the inside of a cake.
Which is such a weirdly specific claim that, yeah, I don't know, they were probably right. The Betty Crocker Bacon Fill has a pretty self-explanatory name: Betty, Bake, and Fill. It's never been easier to ruin a cake.
It's a hollow thing to
bacon
fill
on
in the
a
insides of a
baseball,
cake? Is
or
that
to
it?
set your whole cake on fire. The novelty of this product is so strong. The insides of all the cakes are exciting, and I've never seen a cake look so good inside and out. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
it looks very yummy.
magic or just that this footage is so dated and fuzzy, but the cakes in this ad look so dreamy. That
Yeah,
flowery
they
intro
look really
cake
good.
From the beginning, so
The
lucked
cakes
out,
are
yet
fucking
so
amazing.
elegant. Or the way this lady does a little technique so it makes that fancy pattern on the frosting. And don't get me started on this mystery
got a
pink
professional.
substance they use as a filling in the demo. It's probably just like pudding or something, but
Yeah, it's probably
it looks
pudding.
like tubby custard, and I want to eat it so bad. Oh yeah,
Tubby
the
fucking
actual
custard.
Hands and stuff look cool too. This might seem like a weird one-off product, but Betty Crocker started a filling-based bakeware revolution, at least as far as other baking infomercials went. Along with an official bacon fill variant for bundt cakes, there was also Big Top Cupcake.
Pan de
The
muerto.
main gimmick here was that it was a cupcake, but big. And honestly, I'm very put off by the cake to frosting ratio that this thing provides, but it also came with an insert so you could put a filling on the inside to make a filled up big top cupcake. This ad also has a great example of another infomercial trope I love, where they compare their product to something else that does the exact same thing. Just fully admitting that this is not new or inventive, but it is cheaper. So you should have even told you that there's an alternative, because ours is clearly better. Just look.
Yeah, we're better. Lemao.
Wow.
Big Top Cupcake itself.
Why watch
also
another
had
VTuber
a
when you
sister
can watch
product
me?
called the
I'm
Big
better.
Top Donut that, guess what? You can also fill with tubby custard. Or regular donut fillings, if you want. I don't know. And since we've got big filled up cupcakes, we've gotta have
That looks really
regular
yummy.
size filled
They got real fucking
cupcakes
pastry artists
with
on these
perfect
ones.
cupcake.
They
Sure,
look
this
absolutely
infomercial
beautiful.
might have
Reminds me of my
the
mom when
most
she was like making
obnoxious
cakes.
voiceover I've ever heard.
Perfect Cupcake's exclusive sweet stick suspends your candy while it bakes, so each cupcake comes out picture perfect.
But also,
It's awesome. There's a cherry inside.
okay, actually,
cherry
now we're
inside.
taking it too far. If I found a cherry in the middle of my cupcake, I would not be pleasantly surprised. Not everything needs a filling. Stop it. Get some help.
I would
But
like it
that
personally.
seems
I
to be
love
where the
cherries. They're my
filling-based
favorite.
bakeware ends. While you could fill a brownie with anything, Perfect Brownie was designed to cut your brownies before you bake them, so you can
Okay, that's
bake,
actually really
slice, and
useful.
serve. They really put a lot of emphasis on this serve part. Half of the infomercial is them pushing the bottom out of the pan on the special rack. Like, look, now everyone can grab them and stuff. The other
Yeah, that's
is
the whole
them
point
putting
of the
various
thing.
Other types of desserts besides brownies in the
Oh.
pan to show
What
its
is that?
versatility, even though it does the same thing every time, no matter what dessert is in it. I guess it does make the whole process slightly more convenient, but it apparently also turns every
The fucking
brownie
black and
into
white
an
shit.
edge
Someone ate all the edges again. The solution? This patent-pending design which bakes each brownie separately.
and implies that that's the best part, so I'm officially rescinding my approval. The neurodivergence in me does not like any kind
The
of
wolf in me wants
crunch
soft brownies.
on
I
my
understand.
goods. Ugh.
I understand.
I know,
Valid.
it's
A
apparently
valid
hot
crash
take
out.
or whatever. So now is the official complain about brownies segment of the video. Go ahead and type your strong opinions about middle versus edge pieces now. I'll wait.
No, the middle pieces are the best.
If
I don't
you're
like
not
the
much of a
the
baker,
crunchy
but
one.
still want something sweet, there was the original chocolate factory.
Introducing the original chocolate factory.
Oh yeah, the
way to turn
fondue.
ordinary into extraordinary desserts.
That also really had me in a chokehold by making all the chocolate look so good. Look at
Yeah.
that dunk. It's just a graham cracker dipped in chocolate, but I'm still convinced to this day
It
that
looks
it would
so
be the best
good.
thing
This
I've
is
ever
this is
eaten.
dead ass
Despite
just
the
food
name,
porn.
This product isn't so much of a factory as much as it's just a double boiler. It doesn't even
Yeah.
come with chocolate. You have to buy that yourself.
Yeah,
But
it's a
the
double boiler.
infomercial Really
It's not
highlights
complaint-
all the
not
things
complex.
you can do with the chocolate.
You can do that with
after it's
anything.
melted, like dip, dunk, fill, and pour. Why does the chocolate
Basic
look
things
so
you can do
good
with
after
chocolate.
being poured into molds or put on a stick? Why do I not even want to eat it so much as I want to wrap it in the special wrappers they include and make a gift basket? And you're telling me I can put
Oh, I would love to
caramel or
give that to my
cheese
friends.
into this
That's
thing
so
too?
cute.
I'm going on an all-liquid diet. Baking and melting utensils are great for when you want to add some style to your desserts. But what if you want to add in some style to your hair? Enter the InStyler. Flat ironing your hair based
Oh, never seen this one. What is that?
of your life was very on trend in the 2000s. Bone straight and heat damaged was pretty much the only hairstyle. And we liked it
Yeah.
that way, I guess. But the InStyler
Yeah,
didn't
frying your
just
hair was
straighten.
in that
It
then.
can also flip, curl, add volume, and this. Whatever that little piece is doing.
What the fuck is
It
happening?
rotates. It's futuristic. The rotating part was
I
the
would
InStyler's
honestly
main selling
probably
point,
rock that one
promoting
when I have
healthier and
short
shinier
hair.
compared to typical flat ironed hair, even though it wasn't and
No,
still
the
isn't
fucking
that
frying.
to
Ah,
regular hair.
no,
styler. It
no.
wouldn't look this bumpy and crispy if you used it like a dummy from an infomercial, especially since again
Don't do that.
straightening was a daily
I hope that's
chore
fake
for
hair.
most
I hope that's an
people,
extension.
and they
Please be an
knew their way
extension.
around it.
Jesus
Not to mention
Christ.
that regular flat irons can also curl your hair if used in a certain way, and so can a
twist
curling
'em.
iron. The InStyler was essentially the Dyson Airwrap of the 2000s. You could probably get similar results by just using something similar, but you wouldn't look nearly as cool without it. What if you did want bumpy hair?
Okay, that flattening iron is
We're
just
not talking
straightening. No.
infomercial dummy bumpy. We're talking Bump It Bumpy. It puts a
Oh,
bump
I remember that.
in your hair.
I miss the bump it so bad. Like I loved using them when I was a little younger. I have very little amount of hair in my head. So anything that makes me have like more volume to my head is greatly appreciated. And this fucking thing was amazing. I used mine so fucking much that I broke it and had to buy another one, and it broke again. I love beehive hair. Yes, I love beehive hair. I'm gonna die on that hill. I love looking like a goth lady that came out of the fucking 50s. Yes.
Look at the difference. Amazing.
Every time I visit this ad, all of these insane hairstyles never
I
fail
fucking
to
love
shock
them.
me. It's not just that they're huge and weird, but that they're trying to pass them off as being super trendy.
Imagine being able to create today's hot.
By the way, those hairs, you can just tell. There's like fucking kilograms of hair, like the gel or I don't know, anything that just makes the hair stiff as fuck.
Hottest hairstyles in seconds. Perfect style.
My mom didn't try the rotating thing. Did lay the rotating thing because of a professional stylist and told me how disappointed she was with the product that she was invited to tie it. Aw, it sucks, but
every time.
I may just be a humble, nostalgic YouTuber, but I was there in the 2000s and 2010s, and I can pretty confidently say that no one was regularly wearing their hair this large and bulbous.
No.
Unless you count Scene Kids, Amy Winehouse, or the Long Island Medium, which
I just got fucking called the fuck out. We're gonna just let that slide.
I doubt we're using bump its anyway, and honestly, it doesn't seem like this weird piece of plastic just sitting on top of your head would be able to withstand the force of dancing to G6 in the club, so would it even really be worth it? If you really wanted both function and fashion, there was
You would need a lot of hair gel.
Only Snuggie.
Blankets are okay.
If you get that beehive and you really got that cougar energy, listen, I was a scene kid. I was using that shit for mostly for not teasing my hair because my hair I have baby hair.
But they can slip and slide, and when you need to reach for something, your hands are trapped inside. Now, there's the Snuggie, the blanket that has sleeves.
While not a beauty product by definition or use,
This is a classic.
To add some flair when you're lying on that chair.
I'll be honest, I never thought anybody would really want this product until I thought of disabled people. Like, imagine a person in a wheelchair, for example. Like, for me, getting a fucking, like, a little blanket on me, that's no issue. But imagine a person on a wheelchair, for example, and, like, getting a blanket on in your wheelchair, that shit's gonna get stuck in the in the wheels. Or maybe they can't, like, move around, or maybe they have, like, difficulties with their moving on their arms. Maybe they have osteoporosis. I don't know, but like this kind of product, they make it look like this so everybody buys it. Basically, they try to like cater to the biggest demographic, but this is clearly for like older people with motor problems or something. It is perfect for that.
See, I rhymed like the infomercial guys do. This blanket with sleeves was advertised as combining practicality with comfort, keeping conveniently cozy while doing everyday tasks.
It looks so
talking
soft.
on the phone, knitting, or watching TV. Clearly, I've got a pretty strong 2000s bias, but I still swear that the Snuggie has to be one of the most infamous infomercial products of all time. And not because the ad was full of lies, tubby custard, or children chanting, but because the thing itself just looked so dumb. The most common critique you'd hear about the Snuggie circa 2009 is that it's essentially just a long backwards bathrobe and that you'll look really silly while wearing it. How hard is it really to just take your hands out from under a regular blanket or to maybe wear a sweater? Certainly
yeah, that's
not
exactly
as hard as this infomercial made it seem, but for some reason, this was one of those cases where the rage bait really did its job. I think most people did think that Snuggies looked stupid, but it was so stupid that they couldn't help but buy one just to try it. And Snuggie ironically, sincerely, or to eat breakfast in every morning before middle school, like me, it was still contributing to sales, so pretty quickly, they were everywhere. There were Snuggies in new colors. New
oh my god, all these colors!
New whatever this one is. Snuggies for your kid, Snuggies for your dog, college-themed variants with hoodie pockets, tail-shaped variants for tail activities, officially licensed Weezer variants as promotional material for their album Ratitude. Yes, this was real. Snuggie, if you're listening, I would love to make a branded Dream Jelly Snuggie of my own. Please, thank you. Then they got a little shameless.
Americans are just a different breed.
The first Snuggie ads stuck to showing people lounging, but also included people wearing them like clothing while out camping or to a baseball game. Additional commercials later showed way more Snuggie users standing up and moving around, and then came the Snuggies with cuffed sleeves and belts to hold it together. Forget backwards bathrobe, this is just a maxi dress at this point. And okay, look,
what the fuck?
Even doing the freaking Macarena in this one.
So many brand new styles for the Snuggie, you're sure to make them smile in your Snuggie.
They were trolling us,
what?
But you can't help but love it. Or, at the very least, respect the hustle.
Hey, get a Snuggie!
When it comes to infomercial infamy, sometimes it's not the product itself that's all that infamous.
Is that YouTube?
Much as it's the guy that sells it. Yes, it's finally time to talk about the infamous... Oh, okay, I already said infamous. Let's use a little infomercial synonym magic here.
Curse.
Ooh, okay, that's good. The legendary pitchmen of the 2000s infomercial scene, from their pitched products to their riveting rivalry, Billy Mays versus this offer.
Is it bad that I only know about Billy Mays, particularly because of fucking Sonichu? The only reason why I know Billy Mays exists is because of fucking Sonichu. I am so sorry. I am back chronically online. I'm not American. I don't know jack shit. I only like Sonic, and I just happen to know about it!
Billy Mays had a history as a salesman and appeared in TV infomercials throughout
his
the
beard.
80s.
Hi, I'm Billy Mays. I'm going to show you how to make water go uphill.
But he didn't become a well-known pitchman until 1998 through his
that car. I love that car. I love old cars.
In this demo, he starts off calm and pretty mild-mannered, but soon he kicks into gear, and you can see where Billy ends and the pitch begins.
So say hello to cleaning expert Billy Mays.
Hi, Kara. Thanks for having me. Hi, everybody.
So what makes OxyClean so different from typical household cleaners?
Well, first of all, these have all the chemicals, all the caustics, all the ammonia. See, if you have family members with allergies or sinus problems, you can't work in tight areas. In fact, some of them, it says you got to leave the room. You can even hear the crackling. Look at it pulling oxygen out of the air. It's oxygen bubbles. The oxygen crystals are working. See, it's the cleaner that works, so you don't have
Holy
to.
shit.
He's loud.
He really likes selling
he uses
things.
A lot of hand gestures, and this is exactly what made him memorable. He continued shouting about OxyClean into the 2000s, but instead of being annoyed by it, people liked it. It also helped that the demo itself was pretty convincing, with the bowl of water and pouring stuff onto little squares of carpet. I'd never done that before at the age of 8, but Mr. Mays here was really making me feel like I needed to.
What is even that cube? Is it even a cube? No, it's a hexagon.
OxyClean for myself.
What the fuck is happening in there?
Even if some people didn't like his pitch style, it still definitely got stuck in their heads. The millions of views on some of his ads posted to YouTube are proof of it. Who spends their leisure time willingly
I'm Billy
not
Mays,
just
and this
being
is Disney
advertised
Channel,
to,
man.
but shout advertised to? People who recognize talent. That's who. Soon enough, Billy Mays wasn't just pitching OxyClean, but all kinds of stuff. The Samurai Shark, the Steam Buddy, Mighty
I remember
Price,
the Steam
Mighty
one!
Ended, Kaboom, Big City Sliders, the list goes on and on. And since he always
it's a
made
burger
sure to
press.
introduce himself,
Oh, that looks yummy.
Hi.
he became a household name and figure in pop culture.
Is that how my fucking
There were
videos sound
Billy
like?
Mays meet and greets, Billy Mays on The Tonight Show, Billy Mays parodies, from South Park to official cameos with major networks.
Have you ever tried to get stains out with an ordinary cleaner?
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is tough.
Try OxyClean. Hey, we all make mistakes. That's what you told those Yakuza businessmen, but
They actually
did
asked
not wanna
permission
hear
for
it.
Obama to like cut that right there.
He even landed his own TV series in 2009 called Pitchmen, which was essentially Shark Tank but for infomercial product pitches. Anthony Sullivan featured alongside Billy, who I used
Shark
to think
Tank is
was
like
his
the worst
OxyClean
like
Pitchman
rage bait show
rival,
you can
but
watch.
It turns out he was actually
It's so
his
infuriating.
OxyClean buddy. How cute. The grind never stopped. He was the king of infomercials. No one was doing it like him. And so, someone else came along and did it differently. Enter
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow.
Vince Offer, better known as the
ShamWow guy.
The first infomercial for the ShamWow aired circa 2007, and the game was changed. It had cola.
Here's some cola.
It had ASMR.
Doesn't make a mess. Wring it out.
It had sass.
50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy? You're gonna spend $20 every month on paper towels anyway. You're throwing your money away.
Vince wasn't just different from Billy Mays, he was different from pretty much every other pitchman and infomercial out there. And
It's
again,
like having
it
a
also
schizo
helps
man
that
sell
he
you
was
shit.
selling a product that had a very convincing demo. I wanted to be saying wow every time too.
You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel.
From that point forward, it was the battle of the
Sims
pitchmen.
music.
Billy Mays advertised the Quick Chop, and a bit later, Vince came back with the Slap Chop. The
Oh!
Billy Mays fires back with Zorbies, the Team Edward and Team Jacob of infomercials, and every consumer Marcella. That might sound like a dumb analogy, but this was literally 2008, okay? Twilight had just come out and was peak pop culture. Team Billy had the volume, the smiles, the iconic blue shirt. But Team Vince had the passive aggression, the weird innuendos.
You're gonna love my nuts.
And the Eminem collab. How could you possibly choose between them?
Fuck?
I really remembered this saga as a heated competition, but wow,
What is why is the fucking Team Fortress why is the Team Fortress fucking scout trying to sell me shit?
to wonder if maybe I had just been watching too much TV and it was all in my head. Vince Offer even stated himself in a 2009 interview that he thought Billy Mays was good at his job, and despite the comparisons, he wasn't trying to be like him or outshine him. But then I stumbled across the 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑫, an older infomercial of Billy's from 1989. At first, I just thought it was interesting that he wasn't shouting, and was still wearing a blue shirt even back then. But then, he introduces the 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑃's free bonus product, the Super Chamois. And it's an earlier, almost exact one-to-one of the ShamWow ad. Sliding across a black table, pouring Coke onto a little square of carpet.
Okay, listen. This probably is a script that they were given by the brand. It is not that deep, probably.
And wringing it out specifically into a glass pie dish. Although Vince is the owner of ShamWow, it's no secret that he didn't invent the material that it's made of. But I just found it so interesting that while he apparently wasn't trying to be like Billy, he still recreated Billy's entire demo when selling his own version of the product. And what did Billy think of all this?
This is a script.
He did make a few comments on his Pitchmen series that add a little fuel to the implied rivalry.
Discovery Channel copyright claiming the actual clip, so use your imagination. Do you have a link in the description? Nah. Nah, sad.
Maybe you should use a ShamWow.
You get a ShamPow. I don't care if you're a mayor or state legislator. I'll give you a noogie, then a ShamPow.
but he didn't otherwise publicly criticize Vince from what I could find. Vince also claimed in that same 2009 interview that he didn't want to be like Billy because his real career was in the film industry, alluding to his 1999 film, The Underground Comedy Movie. It has terrible ratings, and maybe from the cover and this list of some of its scenes, you can understand why. So,
Supermodels taking a damn, Batman, Boob Watch, Virgin Hunter, Gay Virgin, I Hate LA, The Godmother, and Adventures of Dick Man. Lesbian 1, Lesbian 2, and Lesbian 3. This guy reminds me of fucking D-Generation X. Was that the name of that fucking era of the WWE? Because, like, holy fuck. That's, like, so juvenile.
Since he wasn't seeing the most success from his movie, it made sense that he wouldn't just become a pitchman for the money, but to use the infomercials as a vessel for his special brand of comedy. If you thought You're Gonna Love My Nuts was raunchy, ads for the Crank Chop, Quickie, or Sticky were much worse.
Vegetables for stir fry. Oh, me so hungry.
Problem with that shit? Pick up cat hairs from clothes.
Hey, lady, want a quickie?
What? I'd like a quickie.
I got.
That's your truth, my dude. Oh my god.
What you need.
And there's even more unfortunate lore to Vince, including his 2009 arrest, another critically panned
What'd he do?
movie, selling ShamWow branded masks during COVID, and incessant bigotry disguised as comedy that he's still using his expired relevance as the ShamWow guy to promote. But I'm not gonna get into all of that. Really, don't even bother watching his stuff out of curiosity. These thumbnails tell you everything you need to know. So what does all of this mean? Kinda nothing, I guess. So the ShamWow guy probably really was after Billy Mays' fame. Or at least after fame in general. Who would have
I think he was just clout
Since it's
chasing.
not 2009 anymore. This isn't only old news, but I don't think anyone cares anymore. Except me. And all the other infomercial consuming, big bouncing inflatable green ball loving, zoo books regretting TV watchers from the 2000s out there. It matters to us. As for Billy Mays, he sadly passed away in 2009, and although that wasn't the immediate end of infomercials, it still seemed to mark a turning point in the industry and the beginning of their eventual decline. As cable has become less and less popular over the years, infomercials aired through cable.
Nobody watches TV anymore, that's why.
Become a less viable method of advertising. And those that are still produced are just missing that specific formula that could really only spawn from having an oversaturation of ads that were all trying to compete with each other. I personally just think it feels weird to watch a modern infomercial that isn't in 480p. I want my fuzzy desaturated cakes back. While infomercials still
Imagine
exist
how
now,
delicious that
just
would have
like
been in
they did
person.
before the start of the millennium, either side arguably still stands unmatched to that whimsical, wacky, and weird bygone era of 2000s TV.
Delicious.
Hi, welcome to Jelly TV, where I shout out a video that I think deserves some love. I recommend watching the complete lore of Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends by Miranda Peach. On today's episode
Maybe
of
you should add that.
maybe
We should watch that next.
Miranda takes us on a journey through the artistic history and lore of this old kid show from the 2000s that actually still holds up and is really interesting. She's not just
I remember
thorough
seeing
and
that like
informative, but
show
funny
and having
charming.
nightmares about it.
So you should check out this video and the rest of Miranda's channel.
It looks really cute.
A huge
Now it's
thank
an
you
adult.
to Daniel E. from ABQ, Baby Angel, Bunso,
Yay!
Paris Saroon, Chumby, Knuckleoso, 𝑭𝑰𝑵𝑫, Blue.
Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. That was so good. I love that. I love reading Jelly's content. It is so catered to me specifically. It's videos for me and me only. Yeah, if you want to watch more stuff with me, feel free to follow me on twitch.tv/Lunaria, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Wow!